look to be aggressive, skirmish heavy, and snowbally. A team that's playing as good as NIP are up against any team that is an EDG, you got to be excited for that, knowing that they're playing with the presence from this Rel, not pulling the trash down trigger until he knew a flash would have to be given. And now he's going to flash forward with level 2 nearby. Savior, a couple more autos. Leave as a barrier, but one more auto from the birthday boy himself. Going to grab first blood, and the flash out from Savior means the LGD do not trade themselves back stages, and that is worrying for Ninjas in Pajamas.
And actually, I'm quite happy to see LGD take this. I think that this is something that I've been missing from teams, is that when these lane swaps come through, we're not seeing appropriate advantages taken. So frequently, I think it should just be quite easy to take the Dragon with your bot laners, having Prio down there, and it's so infrequently done. Sasa, though, looking to be pressured on this top side. Remember, the Vi level 5 has got that CC as solo kills just in 6.
Yeah, I mean, YCX is nowhere near here. Savior complete
area, but solo kill does have that teleport if he wants to join in, if NIP want to really contest.
Level 6 up for leave here. Both AD carries having fall breaker into the pop block, but they're going all in. And up here driving onto Climber, and there's no way for LGD to get in the pin, even with the Galio threat ultimate.
Spotted the rest of LGD.
Okay. SQW gonna look for the collapse. He's gonna flash into the room, but it doesn't get the snare, only the snow. So luckily YCX is a double stun layered. Doinby as well. No mana, no way to help Nayo out, and the Vault Breaker is gonna be canceled by the birthday boy, who desperately and is gonna gift the kill over to Savior. YCX is willing
to be able to continue to find advantages as XQW, no flash.
And this is what you want to see, using the Vi across the map to punish these side lanes. And how great is that they're able to get the kill on the solo kill. And now
well, it's the Gwen, and actually solo kill now finds his second kill. He's going to get solo first brick on the top side. And he should now be able to be very propelled into this mid game. We've got a Dragon that is now live. I think that by the grace of NIP, they're going to give this one and allow LGD a little bit of trading in the mid lane. Now they're looking for solo kill.
Yeah, you can just use the Realm Warp to bring a 1 versus 3 into solo kill, and they're committing all these ultimates to try and kill off solo kill, but he nearly and should not find that trade, but boy, it got close. And now Nayo is going to cease and desist commit on top of Sasa with Doinby here as well. He's going to commit the hero's entrance, gets the knockup, should be able to layer the taunt, and we trade both of our top laners out, but that is more of a win for LGD on this half.
It is.
Knocking this Gwen down over and over. It's going to get a lot harder to kill off that Gwen, even 1 versus 3 by this point. NIP, though, in current time are going for a Rift Herald that LGD are looking to collapse on. No top laners with teleport except for solo kill. If he wants to join this, NIP can get a 5 versus 4, but Doinby is going to go right after XQW, gets the taunt, and now everybody else for NIP commits to Pop Blossom onto 2. Nayo on the back line as well. Solo kill's going to TP in, but it's Climber to secure the Herald, but can he get towards the eye? Because NIP are cutting off his escape angle, and they're going to take YCX down with him. Flash taunt comes across from Doinby. Even Climber will not survive. Sure, you slide away the Rift Herald, but you come away with nothing.
And you're empty-handed as well. You get the smite, you get the XP, but you don't get the bonus from taking any turrets. Yes, the tier 1 on this bottom side will fall. It's going to be a bit of gold into Sasa, but I do think that...
Especially with this Nico pick. With Lucian in here and the Rise pretty far behind the ball, still needing time with the Roa and the Seraphs, these ults, the Vi ult, the Nico ult, the Galio ults, they all can really layer a low-range CC composition from LGD that right now is going to try and take up this Dragon. They do get over to Ocean Soul Point. Coling's going to come down on the lead, but there's the Galio coming through with the knockup to stop Sasa mid-dash. Nayo's going to go down alongside Niket, though, so it has to be solo kill with this needlework, getting rid of these low health bars. Leave can't get close enough, and they're going to Realm Warp about 10 feet forward, but it's enough to get LGD all on the same page and allow for Savior to push out the damage. Flashes, executes onto solo kill, and now it's just Doinby and Lee with no way out and no way to trade any of those blinking health bars.
Completely against the run of play. It's 3 kills for LGD and the Dragon. NIP just sleeping at the wheel here. We highlighted that they should be looking to take fights around the next Dragon all those minutes ago. But solo kills late to the party. NIP, if you think about a Corki trying to auto-attack versus XQW, who's just chain-loading overloads into him, it's not a fight that he's going to win.
But here we go, the pick potential. Savior, great dash, get out of the hero's entrance, and Sasa again marking Nayo, but the flash fall breaker with the taunt layering, that gets Leave enough time to put the damage down, and Savior's going to drop off the map. Nothing really on the top side for LGD to bleed over, but again, picked off at the wrong point.
And it is really disappointing. This is so frequent from Savior, and now YCX in trouble as well.
Yeah, he gets caught out of his crash down. He's got a flash, but the flash after him, Niket gets the double pop blossom into the Tangle Bar root. Double TP's coming across, but Zasa's not coming into a happy party. He is coming in late to the shebang, and he's going to have to flash dash himself back out. Realm Warp to backpedal even further from LGD, and now with 2 grubs, NIP can knock down the mid-turn, and look what they can go for on the bot side.
It's no ulti on the Climber as well. If he goes in, it's a one-way trip. Maybe sacrifice him to try and find a steal. Sasa still has flash, so he might be able to look for an engage on a flank angle. Look at the Jax flanking.
He's got to go now, though, if he wants to stun Nio to get Climber in here. But the Pop Blossom is going to grab 3 members on top of the cease and desist over onto Climber. The hero's entrance not going to get the kill, but it doesn't matter because Climber flashed into his own death. Sansa's looking for the trade onto Niket, but that's just the support. The whole kit and caboodle going over to NIP with 1 more Vault Breaker. Savior has a couple dashes left, but just a ticket towards the Death Realm. Ace over to NIP.
And another massive Nico gain here in Group Nirvana. It just keeps on happening. Niket takes it, finds a triple knockup with the Pot Blossom, stops Climber from getting in, stops LGD from taking the Soul, and secures NIP. Purchasing this game, secures them the Atacon as well after another Goliath fight.
We talked about it, this bottom lane was brewing for a big swing in this game. Boy, if NIP knocked it out of the park here. You called it out, the Atacon, they stopped that win con for the next 5 minutes and
it's posted the spellbook. But we're waiting to see what those side lanes can do for LGD. Now, XQW can't actually play on sides.
Gosh. It's a double engage on the 2 opposite sides. It's Climber that's get jumped. It's the pop blossom from Niket to hold the rest of LGD at bay. But NIP don't want to take a fight on 2 fronts. They've now used all their engage. Lee's going to have to dash out. Here. Cyclone goes down. They're going all in for Nio, but solo kill. Look at him on the top side of this fight, holding 3 members of LGD at bay, and he's just going to take one down with him. Solo kill diff for Ninjas in Pajamas in game 1.
And Sasa Climber go into the backline. They can't find access. The complete spread from LGD gives them no chance in that fight. And now solo kill. We saw this at level 6. Are we going to see it again later on?
Doesn't have the needle work, but Savior is playing a dangerous game. Nonetheless, it's just a distraction from solo kill. It's going to be Baron onto all 5 members of NIP as they are going at.
As we see with that Baron buff in tow, the side lane priorities of LGD completely minimized. No real chance for them to get any access to these turrets to try and take anything down. And we highlighted him in the pre-show for a reason, that solo kill 4.2 thousand gold up over his counterpart. Looking on these side lanes, solo able to take these tier 2s. You can see Climber lurking in the wings, attempting to see if there's a timer to engage, but ultimately LGD had to sacrifice that tier 2 and leave with the blue wall. Doesn't
they
spot
gotta
it.
go now if they want to, but leave, dash, and flash. Perfect, and now they
teleport
with the Realm Warp XQW. What? You can't commit to that Realm Warp once everybody gets out, and now it's just a disaster. NIP smell blood in the water, and they're gonna hunt for it. Diving after Savior. Solo kill, doesn't care about turrets. He just cares about snipping away at his scissors on any LGD member that gets too close for comfort. Sasa stasis, not gonna matter. Solo kill is gonna grab himself another kill for NIP, and they're just gonna wrap this game up with a neat little bow at about 29 minutes.
The LGD handshake once again as XQW throws his life and throws game 1 as it's NIP secure themselves the win here. Start off this series as they mean to continue. Game number 1 to the Ninjas. To be very concise in their engages, it's also going to require Doinby and Niket to be AFK when they go for them.
I really want to highlight that Udyr matchup with.
So he's adapted in that instance, but I will say, okay, flash forward.
Yeah, and hey, the Weaver's Wall, just like that, Doinby's here, the Grand Starfall as well, out of nowhere. XQW is routed, surrounded on all sides by 3 members of NIP, and, well, I knew they were going to punish the flash with Azir, but I wasn't ready for it.
Out. If we see a Rylai's come through from Doinby, if we see some sort of any real kite capability from Lead, this Inzao will struggle. So we'll keep our eyes on how well it looks to get through the laning phase, but especially with Ghost available to Lead in the late game, this Udyr probably going to struggle quite significantly.
As we swap back our lanes, and Nio
comes what it is that LGD wants to do this game. We highlighted that. Okay, never mind.
Here we go.
Bye.
That's exactly what we talked about. If you're a little too far up in your lane, bam, Pantheon on top of your noggin. CX, but leave. maybe a bit uncharacteristically, gets himself back to safety, and now the turn comes out next to XQW. The entire pack has left him, and that means the Predators can jump on top of him, looking to snatch up their prey, but XQW is making it a bit of a problem. Another cycle of spells will do it, and Ailit for Doinby to find the feats of warfare.
And just barely XQW not able to find the Herald spawn. Whether LGD are able to convincingly take this away. So they are down 1,000 gold. Doinby's spacing, he's got teleport. And you can see NIP, Leave at the very least, is posturing aggressively. He wants to get in this fight. Pops the ulti now.
Lightning Crash, curtain call, they're going all in for Leave, but the bullets aren't hitting their mark. And Sasso's gonna flash top Leave, Climber as well. Everyone chasing Leave down, and they're gonna find that kill. But what did they give up on the back end of that? They lose control of that Herald, and Nayo gets away with a heist of a century, also getting out with the actual Herald itself.
So double summoner spells burned off of the Zeri. Now that's going to be important in 3 minutes time when the dragon spawns. Flash used by Savior, flash used by Sasa, and flash used by Climber on the Xin Zhao as well, and XQW once again.
Yep, okay, good Emperor's Divide. Public Execution is down for solo kills. They couldn't go for that snap engage, but Niket is roaming. Gonna make this a 3 versus 2 double knockup, but hello, Dalia popping out of nowhere. It's the global presence NIP's comp brings in. Solo kill, picks up both of the kills.
And just a refusal to acknowledge that Talia has an ultimate ability. It's so infrequently used for combat that they just think it can't be used. She can maybe crit and run away. Ambessa, you crit, try to run away, and the Ambessa just runs at the same speed and dashes up to you again. So,
oh boy,
it's pretty tricky.
Wait,
oh no!
What's that TV out? Okay, save
Flash,
XW.
yeah.
All right, now I know who's getting spam pinged. In this game, it's definitely Niket who leaves, or YCX who left XQW to die, and LGD are trying to engage 4 versus 4. The Breakable from Panther not going to block all that damage, and YCX doesn't even end up getting out. What is LGD doing right now?
You know, in a short word, Slayer, they're losing. And if we tried to explain much beyond that, we may begin to struggle. NIP, that we should praise them for their ability to capitalize on LGD making these plays. We won't define them, we'll just call them plays.
Okay.
As solo kill's able to take the tier 1 turret down on the bot side, the dragon will be secured as well. For LGD, not necessarily a lot of tools that they can find.
They swept it this time, Rude, dude. They swept that,
they
treacherous brush.
XQW's had flashbacks, he's got PTSD, knows that he could very well be in trouble. But again, Atacon starting up here by NIP, or at least posturing for it, as Nayu's just sat here tossing spears at XQW to see what sticks. Which honestly is low-key based.
Oh, yep. There's the Weaver's Wall, and it's only YCX, but he's going to turn and re-engage onto Niket, who gets a ton of CC down, but the Rakan is a lot less tanky than that Ornn, with Unbreakable Will and Nayo actually protecting him, who's able to walk away from the fortress.
He can't battle dance back out to safety, and the power of the Alistair there really showing it and giving its worth. So it looked like Niket was the one caught out under the turret, but he pops Unbreakable Will to free himself of the CC, and instantly able to find a knockback.
Sasa not going to be fine, because guess what? Again, all of the ninjas pop out of the shadows and make a 2v1, a 4v1, just like that. We'll see maybe now if NIP feel comfortable turning on to the Otacon. They do have a dragon spawning bot side in about 30 seconds, and they're just going to be happy with getting the last tier 1 turret off the board.
Yeah, the thing is, there's no way that LGD can ever take this Atacon, so NIP don't need to potentially flip the game by throwing at said neutral objective. The dragon is much lower stakes if they can find a way to get there in time. But I'm looking at teleports.
Oh, there's a new brush.
LGD.
Rude, there's a new brush.
XQW,
it's the furthest one back. It's happening again. The nightmare continues for XQW. Oh, the exhaust, I think, is going to ruin it. That was nearly a great outplay. He falls again. 0-5, and NIP are really the ones to blame for that scoreline.
Yeah, the sad thing is, hold on, they found Niket.
Niket, Unbreakable Will is broken. Nice crit shot, curtain call opening up here from Savior. Nayo's got to flash around some of these bullets, but he gets slowed, charmed, and there's a second one. Solo Kill is TP'd in. Can he get on top of these carries? They have to get towards Savior, as the Octagon is getting assist of the year. But the Polyance usually comes across from Solo Kill, gets on top of 3 members to flick back onto Climber, but Solo Kill goes after YCX, gets the first kill. Leave has the Ghost popped along with the Lightning Crash, trying to get the Lethal Temple stacked up as they sacrifice Solo Kill.
4 seconds.
Trying to wait for it to come up. There it is. Now he's going to dash over the wall. Leave is going after all of LGD, and he's making it their problem. boom goes the dynamite. NIP Leave has arrived to the game, folks.
And he was just biding his time. Slayer doesn't have. He gets kited out, he tries to walk up to auto attack and immediately has to burn barrier and then leave. He's already a level up over Savior. He's acting with, I think that at this stage though, quite likely that Leave will be able to stay the course and manage.
Oh boy. Weaver's Wall cuts Savior off, but also cuts XQW off as he falls for a 6th straight time. And now the rest of LGD are scattered, trying to backpedal desperately away from the rolling choo-choo train that is NIP. Gets a little bit slowed off the tracks by solo kill, missing the public execution, but the grand starfall cuts off all escape angles. Climber, can you survive long enough? As Nayo actually does not ward over the wall. I thought he was going to ward and stun, and Climber gets out. We now flash mid lane where YCX is just protecting Savior, but with nobody dropping for NIP, even though they don't kill off Climber, why not turn your attention towards the big purple worm?
Yeah, and with the Zeri to boot, it's going to go down very, very fast as there are teleports available for XQW when he respawns in 10 seconds.
Climber, you shall not pass. Crescent Guard sure to block some damage. No way to get the crit shot on to the Baron secured, and now Naket gets another 2-man headbutt and a pulverizing blow onto Climber. 2 more kills gobbled up, and Leave nearly hunting down the last pair.
Dying super early on. It just means that there's never a contest to be had. I want to take a look at the level differences between these carries as well. Slayer going to be level 18 versus XQW's level 15.
Oh, it hurts.
Leave level 17 versus Savior's level 15 as well.
All right, solo kill is going to have to flash away from Savior. So for now, LGD have kind of disassembled the 4-1. Now they're snap engaging onto Leave. His flash comes back, but Sauce is looking over the wall. Problem is, like we talked about, how can the rest of LGD even get close enough to get this kill onto Leave? It's just Sasa and YCX throwing himself to the wind, but now it becomes the wind as he's turned into dust, and the rest of LGD are looking like mincemeat as Leave turns his gun right onto LGD, and XQW just gets stunned, trying to dash in to save the game. Ace over NIP, dominating win once again as they'll move to 7-1 and keep EDG on their heels.
2-0 for NIP, a triple kill for Leave, and the Baron at their backs is going to signal the end of this game.
What a top 2 we have culminated here in Group Nirvana. EDG and NIP now, with this commanding win over LGD, definitely have to be on the radar of the bottom of Group Ascend. Make it a priority, though, to stay aggressive with their comp, because what we saw from LGD up against a very similar mid-jungle, similar kind of style, was just playing pretty slow and
sort of one-shot combos as Monkey's already looking mid lane.
There we go. Yep. Gonna flash with the stun. Yes, he will. Xiaohu gonna flash back after, but there should be enough damage with the long-range spear. Maybe one more Q from Carrots. Ooh. Yes, he gets it. The Spring Tiger. How the Grubs timers have changed a lot to try and make sure we don't have the classic Drake for Grubs trade, but that could be a reality here. We've seen this though from game 1. It's the Grand Starfall ult to secure a mid laner's death with no flash up. It just comes up now.
On top of Vampire though, on a pink board here, just get spotted.
Karis has Weaver's Wall if he wants to kind of stop the advancing wave, but Tien is going to flash forward to get the Cyclone onto Monkey. Chains of Corruption going to be cleansed by Taeyun. Crits cannot get a Grand Entrance knockup, but Vampire does not have Unbreakable Will, so this is a much squishier Alistair that will fall. Light picks up that trade. Jump hit as a Monkey is going to secure that one remarkably late. It is rare that you see Grubs go down before first. So that Drake is picked up. Better position this time and does not pay with his flash. We do see an engage that snapped back on by a flick onto Karis. Wasn't expecting Vampire on that bush, was Tien, and the shockwave hits absolutely nobody. Tien goes down, the jump is on to Xiaohu as well, but W don't need to push too much further for another kill. They've already got Feats of Warfare, and they've already
shaky early game, which honestly up against that in their top esports series was where they looked the strongest.
Yeah, but there's been a lot of worries about Xiaohu's early games, and now transitioning into mid-game, public execution, gonna find Jack squat, and it's Breathe that gets dove, and Monkey picking up another kill, and on top of that, you guys can all look to do. Hold on, actually hold this. Tien might just be completely caught going for a grub here. Gets the Scuttle Crab Smite, and actually with the teleport turn, Tien's just gonna look to aggress with Xiaohu coming nearby. Cube, no flash anymore. Shockwave should hold him in place, they're not even gonna need it. Grand Entrance is gonna knock down Cube. Nice little 180 there from so. Having the lead is one thing, but being ahead of the curve with your item allocation is another. Right now, W are allocating resources towards this Rift Herald that Weibo do not have the inside track on. Tien's late, but he still wants to fight with Breathe on the top side. They're once again just targeting Cube, getting all these ultimates on top of the York. The Shockwave is only going to find its mark on the Vampire, and Aaron Flash going to come out for Breathe as well. W have a chance to try and turn this fight behind Monkey, but a piercing arrow nearly takes out Vampire. Noteworthy word there, nearly.
Very well, you can see Cube blinking low HP bar. Vampire, the same story. Two frontliners doing a great job at using every ounce of their HP.
World. They don't need to be fighting with the scraps in Group Ascent.
Yeah, and I think importantly, WE have constantly upsold themselves, and with 4 spots in the LPL available to go to Worlds. I mean, if you look back at Split 2, WE, they did a very good job, and maybe they can look to repeat that here as Tien used the clone to get out. Herald being used in the mid lane. They'll be able to take this turret. No Atacon start here from Weibo, so Weibo started for a play on that top side. They tried to make some impact, but ultimately got nothing.
Oh, but Karis is disjointed from Monkey and Taeyun without Flash, but it's Vampire to save him with the double headbutt pulverize. Karis gets himself back out. Xiao Hu has to play back as Tien dashes forward, but where's the rest of Weibo? They can't get anywhere close to their jungler, and now you've lost Tien with Atacon able to start up here for WE.
And no Chain of Corruption, no quickness as well. Shockwave coming up in about 15 seconds. The contest from Weibo, it's not easy, but I do think that it's possible. Teleport in from Xiao Hu, so they want to try and stop this from going down. Public execution available as well. Poke from the Varus, still there, but look at the flank angle. Vampire, he's in the pit.
He's found out, but at least he's drawing Breeze's attention. One of those members that still has ultimate up. The Shockwave hits on it too. A clutch one from Xiao Hu, but it doesn't get them Atacon. It only is able to find 1 kill back, but now Xiao Hu has to flash away from Cube. Cube is holding both carries at bay, but it's Breeze getting work done on the front side of this fight. Monkey's the only one left up with Vampire trying to stun. Slow up this maniac of an Ambessa running wild in their back line, and he's bought enough time for Cube to get knocked down by Light, who steps up to clean up the rest of these kills until he gets no, Light!
Last hit Monkey might be able to chase down Vampire, find a couple of kills. He's probably sat here with the Mermana completed, and he's able to actually contest for mid-prior, really deal some damage with that poke, as now WE once again fishing.
That's just a dreamland right now. It's the public execution from Breathe on to Monkey into the 2-man Shockwave. There's the CC layered beautifully from Weibo that they drafted for. Cube's teleport's too late. WE still looking like they want to fight though, with a good flick back coming across from Karis. Breathe is going to have to get himself out with a couple of dashes. Taeyun and Cube still want to step up despite the fact they're down 5 versus 3.
Yeah, the carry still with full HP does allow for WE to do a little bit of pushing off and may even try here to cut off Karis with the wall available. Maybe they're going to look for Light as he's Yo moves out to safety, but they do get the tier 2 turret down, so a small win all the same for WE. Steal if they want to, but if they want to give this up, this is a Yorick with a couple of grubs as well. They should just be able to take the entire inhibitor. The way they'll do it quickly, but TP's going in.
They want to fight, and Vampire's going in first. Eats up 2 ultimates on his own. Cube is going to zone Breathe off to the side. It's a steal from Monkey. He gets the Mountain Soul. Now the fight breaks out. Monkey has all 5 members on top of the Shockwave. Breaks him back from the flat. Monkey's going to go down, but Cube's full HP. Taeyun's remained untouched. Karis is not anywhere near low or down and out. It's Weibo that is down and heading for a one-way ticket back to the fountain, expedited by WE. They're going to surround, route, and knock down Xiao Hu and Light, who will not save this game. Ace to Team WE.
Triple kill for Cube, and the TP Yorick team fight happens to be a miracle send for WE. They take down 5 members, they only lose 1, with Monkey stealing the dragon as well. They can turn their attention up to the Baron. They've got more than enough damage, more than enough HP, and WE have done more than enough to secure themselves a very good spot in game.
Like the jungle, it's Monkey again with the difference maker.
Q Smite really longer, but a 2-level lead now on that side lane. He can just walk up with this Mountain Soul, throw 1 Q, take a third of the turret's HP, rinse and repeat with that Mountain Soul available. Already
Breathe is going. They're going after Taeyun. Exhaust over top. He cleanses, flashes back, and Breathe can't find an entrance in to kill off the Corki. Shouldn't cost Weibo any of their lives just yet, but all their engaged tools are down, and that means the siege can resume at double power.
Xiao Hu caught in the Dark Procession, takes 40% of his health there, doesn't trade the Shockwave, instead loses the mid lane inhibitor, loses the bot lane inhibitor as well, and WE with the Baron are merciless, deciding that this game number 1 is theirs, deciding that Weibo don't have enough to find any form of fight in this series.
Push up this wave onto the tier 2 turret, but all of Weibo are spotted, ushering themselves up to cover tier 2. Karras goes golden to dodge out the public usage. Great usage of that stasis, but he's still going to get engaged upon and blown up, but the redemption heal saves him. Somehow, Karras survives all of Weibo's onslaught. It's Vampire swinging on in with a 3-man headbutt, pulverize, and boy, are Weibo looking turned into mincemeat. Flashes galore, trying to run away from Vampire, who has sunk his teeth into Weibo. And now Monkey and Cube here to clean up the scraps. It's only Breathe left up, but that could be not for long here as the Weaver's Wall comes down. Here is the cherry on top to a dominating win for Team WE.
The Bash Bros on the top side tear Weibo to shreds. And WE once again find a game and push us already to a game point, that series point, and maybe just...
The case here for WE though, Rude, is in that early phase. Is it a bit audacious to say they should have 3 pushing lane?
Monkey, and most importantly, did this ward actually spot Monkey as he moved in and takes these trucks? Because they're looking for a dive now. Wave has been pushed, no heal on Crisp.
All right, here we go. Can the Ishtal's impact get a slam into a wall? Chris can immediately flash, but there is that clutch E from Skarner, and they're going to give the kill over to Taeyun. Great execution, use of the summoner heal from Vampire and Monkey to bring the CC in.
Go again.
It felt so nice. Why not do it twice? Now Light's going to flash, but he doesn't get far enough away from Monkey. Burns the barrier. Taeyun has to do the same as well. Vampire shielding should be enough with a rock throw.
Right, firing those skill shots, waiting to take Light down, and they may just do it again here. No flashes.
Yep. No summoners, no stun from the Bard. It's a stun on the Ishtal's impact into the wall, and feats of warfare secured for WE, and they've gotten all 3 of those kills. Bring it up. This guy, early in games, tank jungler, carry jungler, bruiser. It's just so awesome watching him find these unique angles, and what's not awesome is seeing him get caster cursed as he finds himself in a 1v3, flashes over the fat wall. He's trying to wait for the Ishtal's impact to speed him up through the wall, but the shield from Vampire is not in close enough range. Isn't that much more hurt for it? Also no mana on Xiaohu, so I don't think Weibo can use mid lane usher their way towards this Drake pit. And the smite should come through for Monkey, and yeah, he's going to pick up that dragon. Now look to push the temple. That's a nice pillar though from Tien.
Yeah, stops the Skarner in his tracks. It does mean that Weibo are able to get out unscathed. There's a good side step.
All right, Exhaust comes down. Tien looking for the trade, but there is the Impale. Curtain Call in the background is going to come through here with a couple of big crit shots, but Karras is going to drop the Between Worlds. 4-shot hits Vampire. He'll happily take that up because Tien should be the trade the predict Mystic Shot. Taeyun is rent-free in Tien's head.
Not quite able to find the Bard on the top side as Monkey now engaging. Has got Impale.
Yep, they're going to layer the roots. There's the Arcane Storm, but you have the Tempered Fate onto the 2 backline members that leaves Monkey high and dry. Taeyun going to dash back and eat the 4-shot here. Between Worlds from Karras is going to space Weibo back out and shut down any further chase. But good catch there from Crisp.
Second time now in this topside jungle where Monkey has got just a little bit too overzealous, costing himself his life. And it's a good punish from Weibo once again to be able to find that out. Crisp, like you said, with a really good Tempered Fate, kept them safe as Breathe.
Face checking the 3 members, but he's super tanky by this point. He has all the AP, magic resist, and boy, nice deadly flourish there from Light. Kills actually going to go over to Tien. And now they should secure the Rift Arrow. WE, it feels a bit illegal to be sticking around here.
Hover from Tien that just allows for the back off of Cube.
We are going to try and trade the mid-tier one, but Tien's on the flank, and he's trying to run down Taeyun. Good stun comes across from Monkey. Taeyun is going to eat the pillar, but the Impale for Monkey, it's holding everyone at bay. Flashback from Taeyun. Tempered Fate's going to grab him, though. Monkey goes down. It has to be Karras and Cube on the flank. Try and shut down this play for Weibo. Taeyun able to get back to safety. Arcane shifts away from the curtain call. But so much use for WE just to protect their AD carry and cut down waves. They still are yet to find a kill.
Equalizer is going to clear the majority of this wave here to defend that tier 1 turret. Karras will be able to secure it with the last hit, but it's Weibo once again stalling WE. Cannot emphasize enough how happy Weibo should be at this stage. We haven't really seen them explode in a team fight just yet, but this just feels like a matter of time until they're able to find that crucial team fight. And for me, Weibo are in a
Jagger was quiet early, but manifesting gold leads through taking all that farm away. Now he's got the Triforce done. He's 4-1, and With the fact that you can just subjugate onto this full tank Skarner every time, you effectively have two pretty fast-paced tanks running right at your Enchanter support and your Ezreal that really struggles to burn through high health bars.
And the same to be said for Karis as well, right? The Aurora, a burst champion. Doesn't deal well with having to do consistent DPS, especially up against your tanks. And that game now of bot side versus top side, well, you know, we did a really good job early on at getting Taeyun Gold and delaying Light. But look at the experience. Light is actually up over Taeyun. Better moves into these team fights, and again, a player that we highlighted in the pre-show of this series. We are looking to him to be that playmaker, sort of secondarily for Weibo in these team fights, to try to look to make something happen. As WE, they've sort of slowed down. Monkey getting caught in that topside jungle really slowed their pace. The Ezreal, we'll see whether or not we can get toward a second mask item for Karis, but Drake spawns in 90 seconds. Atacon already live on the spot side, and WE have been trying so hard for this tier 1. They may fight bot side though.
Redemption, Subjugate, Impale traded, but Monkey comes out way worse for wear, and the Tempered Fate hits onto two members, and guess who they are? The bot lane that got that huge lead. It's squashed just like that. The General picks up the double kill, and now Weibo are looking to rout this early game from WE. And they've done so, and their prize is going to be this Octagon Rude Dude, as they are not slowing down.
It's the solo queue special for Light and Crisp here. Lose lane, win game, as a massive fight from the Weibo Gaming support secures them not just 3 kills, but an Atacon to boot. Double kill for Xiaohu, as he is now very happy with those couple of kills. Again, even more victims.
Carry has had some outstanding bar performances, even to a lesser degree. We have our own NA guys doing it, but I can't focus on that right now because we're pouring all of our resources into Tien, who this time gets caught in the Impale, but somehow he flashes back out. He's healing through it all. Tien survives. Okay, Weibo still functions without him, very healthy in the fight. Yes, they can. If another Tempered Fate lands onto a low health member, it's Karis that eats the Arcane Storm. The All-Out pulls away his dead corpse as the rout comes on to Taeyun, surrounded on all sides. Both carries down for WE.
And this game's over, Slayer. The Weibo composition scales so much better. They've got a 4k gold lead. They've got a Victor who's already at max stacks, 10 stacks on his Dark Zeal. Xiaohu is not looking like he's going to... Oh, good killer, good killer. Fine.
Graviton well, Arcane Storm, crit shots, a lot onto Cube. Will the ult find the kill? No. Between worlds for Karis is going to try and dip back in towards Breathe, who even in the all-out form still will just not die. Feels immortal on the Rift, and with all that damage pushed through onto Cube, the mid tier 2 is going to be knocked down for Weibo.
Oh, that's because he is Immortal Slayer. Like, look at the damage profile coming in from WE. Very real possibility that this Weibo squad can end top 4, and I mean, Cube here just in no man's land. This feels like the Cube we're more familiar with.
It's Cube getting boxed in and packed out. And Xiaohu that's going to likely pick up the kill because he's got a book of his own. Up to 14 stacks here. NIP or EDG right now versus an LGD or a Thunder Talk, night and day. Oh boy, and Vampire is very much dead. All right, see you later. Turret turned off. Tien not going to run too much more forward, but Monkey is pinned up against his own Jerk. Current Call coming onto the back line. Tien get Arcane Shift back, but they lose their front line, and Breathe is going to flash after them, stun them both up, and say sayonara, Team WE. No Baron, no tool needed. Got the 5 members, and they are going to send us the distance for our last series of the night.
Yeah, WE haven't found a kill in the last 15 minutes. It was 4-2 at one stage, and Weibo have just rolled them in the mid-game.
Big answer back from Weibo after scrambling to catch up in a game 1 that they never were able to find footing in. They put their foot down on the throats of Team WE.
Really happy, but he kind of prefers to be the one creating space as opposed to having to take it back, let's say. Annie as well, being dove on, if she doesn't get one shot, can do
the motions perfectly. Bot wave shoved under turret. Light and Chris pop up towards that Drake and secure that one. Monkey is going to go fishing for a camp steal. He's going to find the chickens in trade here. As WE's bottom lane have no business trying to stop this dragon. They have no business trying to stop this dragon.
So with any luck, they can look to rinse and repeat that.
Not right now, though, guys. Not right now. You don't have a wave. You don't have a Dominus Renekton. You have a heal and a Vampire that's going to die. Breathe is not going to unless he takes one with him. And Cube's Flash also expended. A lot used just to trade with a Jace in the top side.
Yeah, they knew that they were happy for Vampire to die, and I actually liked that Vampire sacrificed his life there, as now Xiaohu, is he just going to tank the turret here?
I mean, he has Tibbers. He can drop it onto 2 members. Vault Breaker, there's the stun, hits both members. 1 kill for Xiaohu, but a Hero's Entrance is coming across. Good flash out, but Xiaohu takes up the turret, eats the taunt, and Karis is able to answer the roam in space.
Ooh.
Great flash from Crisp over to hit the nice Q there. It's actually a win for Weibo. Crisp is picking up right where he left off after his first MVP performance of the split in Game 2.
Flash in, smashes him with a Winter Spite. Lovely stuff. That was really well played by Crisp, and a great collapse by Weibo in the long run. As Breathe is able to take a 1-for-1, Xiaohu's able to close out and find another one, and now Vampire able to Ferromancy out to safety, but for Weibo, starting off this game nice and strong, and again their composition just does so well as this game gets later. WE going to be really struggling to find access to this Xayah, and I think that Light is that linchpin for this squad.
Here's another spot where we're just worried about WE. They aren't in a spot to really contest these grubs. They don't win the fight, and here's Weibo showing why. This Vampire's health bar is extinguished. There's the Killer's Instinct, they'll back over. They're going to turn it on its head. Tien goes down. The dive threat of WE showing up here as we now get into a pretty awkward and audacious 3 versus 3. Karis waiting on the Winter Spite. He's going to go in, land 1 top, but he does get stunned back up. If you're allowing for Light to just stack lethal tempo, set up for a big Feather Storm, the Blade Callback is going to hit on a Monkey. The stun lands. Vault Breaker.
To keep Vi ulting, you have to keep Galio ulting. You know, the procedure doesn't change as Taeyong's now ports.
Knock up, Cease and Assist turn, Crescent Guard. Taeyong's gonna have to ult if he wants to get in to hit onto the Xin Zhao, but look at Light's damage. The Yundal difference as you coined it, Rude Dude, and he's looking to make more problems for Taeyong. The Blast Cone saves it for now, but now Breathe has arrived, and Xiaohu, if he guesses right with this W, is a free kill, and oh, he's gonna miss the W. Okay, all right, it's a kill. They got it. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, and I mean, even still, like, that fight is so clearly won by Weibo. For WE, this game just gets harder and harder every time they go for a fight. And it doesn't work out for them. The game gets that much more difficult, and it means pickaxe in the inventory. But this is free time for Breathe right now. He's going to get this turret uncontested, and look at what's happening on the rest of the map for WE.
It's so worried. Monkey is going to try and make it an issue. Can he get over the wall, though, in time before Tien secures it? No, Tien's going to pick it up. They get feats of strength, and now they're even looking for the engage on a Vampire. Here is the dive combo coming across, though. But Light, he pops the Feather Storm again. It's too hard to kill this damn Xayah. And now all of Weibo are going to just crush down WE like that. It's a triple kill. Now the mad scramble's on for WE. I mean, they're chasing in a jungle that they have no business being near. Monkey flashes back out. Vampire also winning all these flashes. Defensive flashes from a dive comp. It's never boding well. But look at this flank coming out from Xiaohu and Light on the back end. Monkey and company are pouring on Tien, who flashes back out, but they are being wrapped and packed in like a nice burrito. A treat for Weibo to feast on after they lock down this series win. Here comes another banging fight for Weibo Gaming.
4-for-1, they sacrificed Tien, but the only member to get out is Vampire, and look where he's recalling on the minimap, outside the base of Weibo. They're leaving him out of mercy to tell the story of his fallen comrades. And I hope that we get a replay of that fight, and I hope that we get to see Light splash once again, because it paints the perfect picture for this game and for this series as well. The tier 2 turret down on the bot side will fall. Herald in their back pocket meant that Weibo WE have got to go for those plays every single time.
Yeah, I mean, Cube should get a bountied up tier 1 turret on the bot side. Don't look top side. Yeah. No, we don't need to point that out. There's definitely not 3 members here for a tier 1 turret for WE.
They might go for tier 2.
Yes.
It's the hope.
That is a hope. I will label it that. Can I interest you in a much faster traded tier 2 turret for the guy with way too many items to burn through it? Oh, there's Breathe.
Yeah. And
demolish, of course. Yeah, because why not?
And potentially Tien and Light as well.
Oh, they're gonna get a 2-for-1 special here, Rude Dude. Look at this, mid tier 1 turret or tier 2 turret now.
Okay. You know what? They're getting gold. They're getting gold, right? And again, They have to do something. If they just sat and tried to play standard, trade on lanes, they'd lose. That's just the way that this game would go. They're looking to try and see if there's a TP angle for Karis, and
Goodbye,
Vampire ghosting Portland. What are you doing, buddy?
Boom!
Okay. Yeah,
Just turn into dust.
that was not advised. I can understand trading the tier 2 turrets. That one, I'm less inclined to say that there was reasoning behind.
Breathe, that's a pink ward, man. All right. Just walks through that one. Breathe, there's some more pink wards scattered about. They know he's in that bush. They have too many wards.
Here we go, here we go.
All right. All out for Breathe. Killer Instinct, all the dashes. 3 members on top of Breathe. There's an 1,000 gold shutdown over to Monkey. They set the trap and sprung it, but now there's no way out. They are way too deep in enemy territory, so they're just going to fight their way back out. They actually get Xiao stunned up and locked out, but here comes Life in a funnel. It's just a flurry of feathers and kills scrapped up by the Weibo carry. Weibo 80 carry. Karis, a Vampire.
Right,
the only that's a Chemtech soul. This has got. Is this the earliest soul ever? This is going to be 22 and a half minutes.
Ends up boding quite well because you can then use the hero's entrance for when people actually commit onto Taeyoon, who here, caught between turrets. Never mind. Karis is dead.
Oh, caster curse.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. All right, here comes the next siege. Is Weibo are not going to look to slow down whatsoever. They don't really care about either of their wave states. Yeah, and they're like, okay, let's see how many more turrets.
Would you like our Nexus? I can interest you in a Nexus for a tier 1 turret.
Guys, our Nexus turrets respawn now, okay? It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Taeyoon, yeah, you can channel your back now. There's nothing to worry about here. No, we've got our base covered. Cube, yeah, it's fine. You're going to get Taeyoon's reset. Guys, Taeyoon's back in base. All right, let's look to find where did our Renekton go.
One more wave, one more chance.
All right, there's the turret gone. Our Nexus is exposed. Now we shall fight with Vampire and the hero's entrance. But where did Vampire go? He's dead. Killer Instinct on the back line. Nice kill picked up, though. They do finally kill off Light, but it's just too little too late. The rest of Weibo are way too far ahead, and they are silencing the Game 1 shouts from WE. Weibo moved to 500 in group percent.
23 minutes 48.